Okay, so in this video, we are going to learn how to take our model and upload it to the 3D printer. So we're going to take our model, we're going to upload it to the 3D printer. So this is our model here. After we have saved it, so once again, you need to save your model. What you're going to do is you want to save it again. But this time we are not going to save it as a solid part. So you'll notice here, if I save this, the default type, save as type right here, is solid part, SLDPRT. That's a SolidWorks file. But the 3D printer isn't going to understand that file. It's going to understand an STL file. So right here, about halfway down, we're going to save it as an STL. Okay, so same exact file. I might name mine keychain1, and we're going to save it as an STL. Okay, it's going to ask us, are you sure you want to save it? At the same time, you can see that it has all these weird lines and angles. That's something for the 3D printer, and for that's what an STL file does. Okay, so we click yes, and so now we have our STL file. So now that we've done that, we are going to find our 3D printing program, which is called UpStudio. UpStudio, so that's right here on the desktop. Or if you want, it can be under All Apps, and then you just scroll down and you find UpStudio, right? UpStudio. So either way, either on the desktop or in the All Apps part of the Windows menu. Okay. Do you want this to allow this app to make changes to your device? Does not matter. You can click no. Okay. And so now we have our main screen for the 3D printing program. All we want to do is now click on Up. Okay, so now we are in the 3D printing menu here. Okay, and what I'm going to do next is you can't see it because it's a screencast. I am plugging in the USB from the 3D printer into my computer right now. So I just plugged in the 3D printer, and you'll notice this little icon popped up, initialize. Okay, so this is kind of like the homing sequence with the robot. The 3D printer has to get itself ready, basically. So we're going to click initialize. And you might hear in the background, you hear some beeping going on. That's the 3D printer getting ready. While it's doing that, I'm going to click Add. Add. I don't want to add a picture. I'm going to add a 3D model right here. And I have to find mine. Okay. And so you'll notice I have all these files here. And these are all different STL files. An STL file is going to have what looks like a little box. Okay, so I find keychain1, load it in, and there it is. And I can click on the screen here, and I can rotate this around, and this is that loaded in correctly, and that's ready to go. When I'm ready to print, by the way, you have these other options up here. If I wanted to, you can click on the move button, and we can grab these arrows here and move it around. Okay. We could rotate it. If I click rotate, you see these three little it looks like a sphere with these lines in. I can click on the X, and then I can rotate it 90 degrees and 90 degrees, and I'm rotating all the way back around now. So there's ways to move it around. If I wanted to scale it, I can make it bigger or smaller. That's really up to you. Obviously, it has to fit in the box. So there's that. So there's options here to move it around if we need to. Okay, but now that this is ready to print right now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on print. Okay, print is right here. Now, when I'm getting ready to print, there's some settings here you have to check out. So the first one is the infill. Okay, you see these infills here? I'm going to click on this one, 20%. So this little square with the hash marks going through it, the little grid pattern, it's called a honeycomb. I'm going with 20% fill. I think that's pretty good for most prints. Okay. Now, I am going to go down to options and go to preference. There's a few things I want to check here that are really important. I want to click on unsolid model. I want to click on preheat, and I want to click on easy to peel. all 3 of these. I'm gonna click confirm. Okay, so those are all in now. Okay, so this is just about ready to print. I want to make sure that up in the top of the printer it says OABS. Okay, and if it does not say OABS, please come talk to me and I'll change the settings for you. Okay, so let's make sure it's OABS in the top. Now I'm going to click print. And you can see up top it's slicing, so it's taking this print and slicing it into thin layers. And then it is going to send it. And then now it is officially sent over. And it will take 55 minutes, 19 seconds, and it's going to take 7.87 grams. So I click OK. And now at this point, I can, the printer has the file. It's all good. It's not going anywhere. You can't see this, but I am now going to unplug the 3D printer from my computer and I can walk away and then I can come check on it. A side note though, we did click preheat and the preheat takes about 15 minutes. So you actually will not see your printer print. Actually start laying down film.